The tremendous growth of the apple industry led to one of Winchester's signature events, the Apple Blossom Festival. Held in the spring every year, this festival began in 1924. Valley businessmen were looking for a way to promote tourism, and they came up with the idea to celebrate apple blossom time. One of the big events in 1924 was the Apple Blossom Parade. By the time the 1930s rolled around, the festival was going strong. Longtime Handley School superintendent and principal, Garland Quarles, began putting together pageants that were held on the steps of Handley High School. Quarles' pageants were student performances filled with drama and music and movement and color, and not just for Handley High students.
Other schools would join us. Martinsburg, Romney, Front Royal would have a dance program for us. There was the wedding and the minuet and this and that and the other thing. And many of the costumes were made by the sewing classes of Handley.
I was absolutely amazed at the detail. Mr. Quarles was the author, the producer, and the narrator for the pageant. And the detail that he had to be gone through was, when you look at the records, was absolutely astonishing. And the amazing part of it was that every student in the high school had to be in it or get it excused, be excused from it by him. So that meant that every student had something to do. I remember very distinctly one year we got a message in our dressing rooms from Mr. Quarles. It was a bulletin to the students, to be read to the students. And it simply was 2 sentences, I think, saying the Vice President of the United States will be in the audience today. I expect each of you to do your best. And I tell you, those kids did their best.
the east the first faint blushes of morn spread the sure hope of a day to be born that will bring warmth and beauty, color and light, to master the bleakness of winter and night. Graceful on tiptoe, Aurora's flame-colored daughters appear, the golden fire of their garments filling with fear the minions of shadow and frost who cower away, while every child of the earth greets the coming of day. A flush, a beam, the east is alive. Good morrow, Lord Sun, and the glory and gleam of a morning in spring hath begun. Divinely fair, the daughters of morning stand and shout to the trees, to the flowers, their joyous command. Come forth, ye blossoms, hasten, hasten, arise. The voice of the vernal sun is trilling high to the skies. The frosts are gone, and the first faint hint of that day which nature hath promised could never be far away, now gladden your eyes as forth from your winter retreat, forerunners of spring, you respond to her message sweet. Down the aisles of the orchards, dancing with rhythm and grace, clad in garments of splendor like shawls of exquisite lace, first the bud, pink and white, then the gorgeous, the starlike bloom, laden the winds of the world with a priceless and rare perfume. Like a gem of perfect texture in a setting cool and green, on every hill, in every vale, the apple trees are seen. And a million happy boughs awake in gowns of pink and white to deck themselves for Maytime, and every eye delight. The earth in merry mood responds, and all her creatures sing and revel in the sweet intoxication of the spring. Bridegroom and bride neath the sheltering boughs will breathe the old raptures and vow the old vow. Have you ever seen the fairies dancing in the moonlight? Dancing in the moonlight wild? If you haven't seen the fairies dancing in the moonlight, you have never been a child. The children see the fairies dancing in the moonlight because their eyes see true. And if you would be a child again, you would see them dancing, dancing in the dusk for you.
Pretty are the songs the fairies sing. Can't you hear their merry echoing? With nothing in the world to do but play, they'll stay up till dawn of day.
Have you ever dreamed of a moonship sailing out across the misty sea? Childhood's dreams such fair dreams. Baby's dreams are rare dreams. Can't you dream as well as she? Let time turn back until he finds a page that tells a tale of childhood's golden age. Let graying age with tender memories tell the simple stories that he knows so well. Let childhood once again assert its sway, and Toyland's people claim us for a day. And from a volume worn by baby hands, let us repair a while to fairylands, from adult cares and frictions far away, in their blessed nonsense land a while to stay. Mistress Mary had a garden, so old stories say. Spring has filled it full of beauty, flowers sweet and gay. trooping like a fairy army, dancing bright and fair. They will deck the earth in color, perfume everywhere. Lovely asters lead the dancers, tulips follow soon. Roses, too, in bright abandon, join the merry tune. Mistress Mary tends her garden, and in sheltered spots, snowballs dance with jonquil neighbors and forget-me-nots. Vanguard of the host to follow, every hue and shade, month by month in proud succession, flowers on parade. Let mortal man great issues try, in peace to plan, in war to die. My lady's thoughts run otherwise. Her interest seeks a richer prize. Down through the years, her changing style captures our rapture for a while. Each age a new form greets our eyes, till we are breathless with surprise. Imagination puts no ban on what her nimble hands can plan, each age revealing endlessly her infinite variety. What is that sound, my brothers, stirring on the broad frontier? What is that spirit flaming through the valley far and near? 'Tis the sound of patriots rising to the tocsin fierce and high. 'Tis the call to take up freedom's cause and follow till they die. And from Massanutton's summit to North Mountain's highest scar, the frontier's borders heed the deadly prophecy of war. For restraints of king and parliament no longer will be borne. The hand of the oppressor from truth's altars must be torn. Daniel Morgan's men are ready, and on every patriot's breath, Enrill's virile words are echoed, give us liberty or death. past is prologue, present issues test, whether the precepts taught by men of old still guide the feet of sons and grandsons now, down the grim years in time of crisis grave. Here are the fruits of that high heritage, here in the vigor of a nation's youth, who lately, when the dreadful summons came, stood fast amid the thunder, gladly took the awful road where death and danger lurked, to seal once more the solemn covenant that where some mischief threatened freedom, they would dare to stand and if need be to die. Let us close the book of wonders from the days gone on before. Let the pageant of the long-lost years engage the stage no more. Far into the future peering, let us seek the answer there to the somber question pondered in man's memory everywhere. Can the stumbling generations wrest from out the tragic years, way to staunch eternally that age-old flow of human tears? Can the nations of the earth from war's blight at last be free, and banners fly in peaceful pride midst scenes of amity? When the common sense of all shall hold a fretful realm in awe, and the peaceful earth shall slumber lapped in universal law. High o'er all a mighty guardian stands, for the oppressed and poor of many lands. A symbol fair that their cause is her own, that on whatever ere her foes are blown, there will one voice in thunderous tones decree that law and justice serve to keep men free. There let it wave in good or evil hour, there let it wave in majesty and power. Pledge to it now all that it asks of you, allegiance faithful and a purpose true, and reverent prayers that down the shining years it may inspire our hopes and calm our fears. In hours of peril and in crises grave, erect and free forever, let it wave. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been asked to request that you keep your seats for the presentation here of Captain Video, the Marshal of the Grand Feature Parade, and Queen Shenandoah the 28th.